Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper One. Today I'm going to talk about small tools. I'm going to address this one because a lot of people live in the city and the suburban areas. If you live out in the country, yeah, you're going to have shovels and axes and a lot of full-size tools to use. But if you live in the city, you don't have a lot of room. You might live in a condo, so you can't really put a shovel and a big rake in your closet. And you probably don't even need that. But I'm going to show you some tools that I use around the homestead here. These are tools I use. I'm experienced with them. It's not that I buy them and just set them back for a ROL situation. I heat with wood. As you can see here, this is just part of my kindling wood. I keep a lot of kindling wood on hand. This is going to last me I probably have about 5 years supply of kindling wood on hand on my property, ready to go. That's well seasoned, ready to burn. I get it for free about 150 yards from here in that direction. My buddy has a wood miser sawmill. I'm going to do a video on that. They're nice to have a sawmill like that during regular times, and in a ROL situation, people are always going to need dimensional lumber. So I get a lot of scraps off his mill. I take it on my chop saw up there and chop them up, and it works really good for kindling wood. It dries quick and it's good stuff. I'm going to talk about hatchets today. I have a lot. I use them. I split a lot of kindling wood. A hatchet for splitting kindling wood is nothing fancy. You want a heavy head so you don't have to be working hard when you're splitting it. I want to show you something very important. When you split a piece of kindling wood, I do not hold your hand like this. If you see that, because if I slip when I'm doing it, I can cut my finger off. Hold it like this. That way, if you do slip and hit your hand, it's going to make a nasty gouge, but it won't have the effect of chopping off like a guillotine. What you'll do is you'll hit it and you'll push your hand down. You'll say some bad words and you'll run to the house. If you do it the other way and you miss, you're going to cut your finger off and you'll be running to the emergency room also for sure. So, hold it like that. That way, if you do miss, you're good to go. These three right here I bought at flea markets. Usually about $3, $4 for a halfway decent one. Wooden handle. I prefer a synthetic or a fiberglass handle for sure. So if you're going to go buy one, I would get one of these. It'll last longer, less chance of breaking on an overstrike. I like it the best. This particular one is it says True Temper. I think I got it at Lowe's for $20. This is what I would recommend if you could go out and buy one to serve all your purposes. It's a little bit more heavier than this, but this one is great if you're going to bug out. It's very light, hollow handle, very sharp, very good. Maybe if you're a bug out, that'd be the one to get also. I don't like it for a lot of splitting. The reason is, as you see it strike the wood, the plastic that holds the head on hits it every time going down. Compared to this one, it doesn't. So maybe in the long run, this one will be better. This one's a lot more lighter. I like it. It has a hammer surface on it. Either one is good. But you can tell there's a small nick here from doing this thing where it goes down and it scrapes across it. So if you're going to bug out and you're going to just be splitting wood from the woods and chopping, this will probably work just as good as this one. If you're going to do a lot of splitting of kindling wood at the house, I think this one's a tad better. It's a little bit more heavier. There's a lot of types of carriers. I got lucky on these, $1 for the carrier. I think it's a World War II original. I got a couple of these, and just by chance I had some hatchets that fit it, so I got real lucky. But something to carry it in, and also keep it from, if you have to throw it in your ruck, keep it from ripping your ruck or making a nasty hole in it because of the sharp blade. I use these things not every day, but I use them a good part of the year splitting firewood or kindling wood and other things. Next I want to talk about, this is called a chopping machete. Walmart, 20 bucks. I like it. I use it a lot for clearing brush. I put some friction tape so it won't slide as easy in my hand, so I won't lose it. It's like a machete, and it works good. I use it more like a machete, but you can split kindling wood with it also. Now this is pretty thin, like a little over half, probably 3/4 maybe at the most. This is a multi-purpose tool. If you had to bug out and take it into the woods, you could split. You can use it like a tomahawk or a machete and a hatchet. It's a good tool. For 20 bucks, you can't beat it. This is my old standard machete, clearing anything you need to clear, brush-wise. Just the standard machete. These two operate about the same, but I prefer this one. It's a little bit more heavy duty. The handle's a little, or the blade's a little shorter. I like it better. This is a new one. I used it just a little bit. I have not really put this through its paces yet. It's a Gerber. The flea market guy sells them for 16, and I bought a few, and then he went up to like 18. They're about 25 though in stores. I think Sports Authority or Academy Sports. I have not put this through its paces. It's a Gerber. I like it. It's shorter than the long machete. Let's see how it does on splitting. So it will split. It has a saw. I don't know how the saw is going to work. I really haven't put this through its paces, so let's see. Oh yes, definitely. The saw works good. So you sort of have a multi-tool here. 2-in-1. It comes with an excellent carrier. I expect this spring I'll be using this a lot. Two more tools I'll recommend. Everybody's seen the e-tool. You know what that looks like. For you guys that live in the city, you don't have a lot of tools, don't have a lot of space, I would recommend putting one of these back. You can do a lot. If you go out in the woods and you have to bug out, you can dig for a fire pit, you can dig a little latrine, you can dig anything you need to dig with this. It's not as fast as a full shovel, but it closes up nicely. I would pair it with this little tiny, I call it, I guess, a Shovel-matics. Very, very good tool. Heavy duty. I probably either got it at Lowe's or Walmart. So highly recommend this thing. This thing, you can see it's definitely been used. Good tool. Good to have around the homestead. Definitely, if you're a city person, you have a limited amount of space, I would get one of these when finances permit. Gerber saws. I use one of these in the military all the time. I carried it with me in my ruck. It was a good little tool. It comes with a nice carrying case. Comes with a bone saw, so if you have to butcher something out there, or if you need to cut some thin plywood, that saw blade works better. And I also carry a small file, so if I'm in the woods, I can keep my equipment sharp. This saw is a very good saw also. When you get started, you can go. Very good saw. Highly recommended. They're only like $15, $18. Something to consider if you're in a condo, worth putting in your bug out bag. These are just too cheap. Probably made in China. I'm pretty sure they are. Bow saws, they work fine. If I had to pick a saw, hands down over the bow saw. I think that's a better saw and it's easier to put in your ruck. These are big, it'd be hard to put that in your ruck. I'm not too crazy about these. These are Chinese. I know there's better manufacturers out there that are stronger and better. So stay away from these if you can. If this is all you have, then that's all you have, and you'll get by with it. The other day, I was cutting a tree down, and I had to clean up the little branches. And I was tired of using the chainsaw. So what I did was I got these out, and these worked excellent for 1-2 inch stuff. Look over here. Let's say you're in the suburban area and you went to the woods or the park and you found all this junk. You don't have a chainsaw, but you got one of these. This is nice because it's quiet. I am making a lot of kindling wood right now, and really, if you're in a survival situation, this is going to be your firewood that you're going to burn. As you can see, it's quiet. I can just snip it right up. No chainsaw. Let's say we don't have this and we don't have a saw. If we have a hatchet, we're going to have to make a little bit more noise. So if you need to be quiet in your neighborhood and you're trying to not have anybody know you're down there. This is a tool. You might have it in your closet in your garage, and you don't even think this is a survival tool. I'm definitely impressed with what this can do. It's very powerful, and its cutting capacity is 1 5/8 inches, and I guarantee you I have cut more than 1 5/8 inches with it. I've showed you a few of the tools I use around here. I don't care what you buy, but just start thinking. You might need a good hatchet. You might need a good saw. Maybe a cross between a machete and a saw. I showed you a lot just to get you thinking. Don't run out and buy everything, but start looking. I guarantee you these ones here, $3, $4 a piece at a flea market. I've seen them for $1 at garage sales. People cleaning out the garage, throw them in the box for $1. So look around, evaluate what you have right now. If you don't have the money right now, go ahead and get a piece of paper out. Write on that list, small tools. Write what you think you're going to need. That will just motivate you. When you do have a little bit of money, you can look at it and say, hey, which tool do I think I would use more in my situation? I might use this more. You might use this more. So you evaluate what you need and you make the decision. Thanks for watching.